Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
You know, honestly, you can keep them to yourself. They're a lot more terrible than wonders. Hello, everyone. Science Viking here, and yep, that's right, I am back. And what's more, the work situation that was preventing me from recording is basically resolved, so I should be able to be back on a weekly schedule from now on. Well, let's get into this. I don't entirely remember what I was doing, but the fact that I have 13,000 gold suggests that I just got back from a quest. Let's see, I can get a blighting satchel, a swordsman's crest. That's actually pretty good, but I think we may already have one. Let's find out. Yeah, we do, so there's not much benefit in having a second one. And we already have a bloodthirst ring, and I don't use it very much. I have very few heirlooms, I think I'm going to hold on to them for now. So, let's spend some gold upgrading people. Let's see, start with the Resolve level 6 people, because if they're not maxed out, they should be. And I'm just going to upgrade people's equipment in descending order of Resolve level, essentially. So we've gone through the 6s, now let's check the 5s. Any more 5s? One more 5. And they're maxed out. Now let's check the 4s. As every upgrade is unlocked. So does Other Sword Evolve, and love it. Let's try the rank 3s. Koliar is not rank 3. I'll pass on upgrading Fairfax for now. Alright, scroll through. Bretuli is having his stress fixed. Alright, let's look into upgrading some skills. I believe all the level 6s already have all of their important skills maxed out. Bleed Out is okay, but I don't feel like spending gold on upgrading it. Let me see. Now, Intimidate could be good. Let's see what Sigmund's got. Let's see, the healing skills are maxed out. Dazzling Light is maxed out. Not a whole lot left to upgrade. What about Fuchsia? I believe Koliar has all of his important skills maxed out. Harvest, Slice Off, Battle Ballad. Yeah, the only thing you can potentially upgrade is Dirk Stab or Inspiring 2. How about Sword Evolve? Love it. How about Vayne? Ooh, Vayne could be upgraded. However, I think he's actually gonna get the max level when he increases his Resolve level. How about some traits? You know, let's get rid of Vayne's Necromania. That could cause us some problems. And let's get rid of Koliar's Demonomania for the same reason. Actually, we can't afford it. I'd say that's all the spending we can really afford to do. So, time to take on a new quest. Let's see. So, what quest options do we have? We have some standard extermination missions. We can get a bumper crop. That can be very useful. We can also get fresh air in the tunnels, but we're not close enough to the boss for that to be that helpful. However, a bumper crop and a Tome of Holy Healing could be extremely useful, so let's train up some of the mid-level people. Let's see. Drulin's obsession with food could cause problems, but I think he can handle himself. Honestly, I think just adding Canuveal to this team is pretty much a good team composition, and it allows them to get a bit more experience. So now I just need to give Canuveal some equipment. Okay. The Dark Tammarine's Deathblow resistance is quite nice. As are the Bloody Dice, because a lot of things are susceptible to bleed in this area, so I'll just give them those two. And you already have the Sacred Scroll and the Ancestor's Scroll. The thing about the Tome of Holy Healing is that, one, it's insurance against losing the Sacred Scroll, and two, it doesn't reduce the effectiveness of stun spells. Alright, I will not forget the torches, I will not forget the torches, I will not forget the torches, I will not forget the torches. There, I didn't forget the torches. It was touch and go there for a minute, I almost forgot the torches, but I will not forget the torches. A couple more medicinal herbs, assuming that Drulin will let us use them before he just knocks himself out. Alright, and some holy water. I'm not gonna forget the food either. 12 should be enough. And so it begins. You know, that loading screen message at the beginning of the first mission I've taken on in a while, that's the kind of thing that can make a guy a little nervous. Just the slightest bit nervous about how this next mission might go.
Even the fiercest beast will lay down when it is not eaten. Steal their food.
Okay, none of these is a quest objective, so let's go this way and hope for some successful scouting. Okay. I really should have paid attention to the stress levels, shouldn't I? Well, and I assumed that would be a stress-related buff, not a damage-related buff, so now the Vestal is doing 30% extra damage. We're sure off to a great start. Well, it wouldn't be my channel without my own deep personal incompetence. Just light that torch
Finding the
immediately.
stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Or just set on fire immediately. That works too. Ooh, one of these. And we have a Swinotar. Well, target whistle. Especially since the Swinotar is considered human. Slice off, do a bit more damage. And collect bounty. Only 20, I was expecting more than that. In the meantime, I'll have the Vestal just try to keep the other guy out of the fight. That did some damage. Well, I should be able to end the Swinotar this turn, and what's more, because he used Pig Spear, I can now hit both of these guys with Harvest. This is what happens when you don't think about your position. Trust me, I know this one from experience.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
And this guy already has elevated stun resistance.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Exposed to a killing 3 damage. And target whistle. We should be able to one-shot this thing, actually, though its protection is a little high. So the best will heal everyone. Critical healing and the associated stress reduction would be nice. Ooh, and the Houndmaster gets to exploit his own body. Ineffectively. Okay, he's bleeding for 4. Just quick heal everyone again. He's bleeding for 4. can I make him be bleeding for more than that so that he dies, or do I have to use Collect Bounty? Actually, I may as well use Collect Bounty on him. So, because he's human and marked, and the swine spawn is neither of those, so let's just use Slice Off and get started on the spawn
quakes.
now.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Well, Drulin, let's get you a bandage, and then, Drulin, I think the time has come for a little bit of vengeance.
As the fiend
Like that.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay. And vomit one last time. Ooh, and we got Spasm of the Entrails. See, Battle Ballad isn't really the best of it. I need to equip Inspiring Tune. And also, since the Vestal doesn't get a turn, I don't get a chance to heal
Destroy
it.
them all.
Ooh, good loot though. Alright, let's change the abilities we have. Oh, you don't have Cry Havoc. I really should have learned you Cry Havoc. You do have Inspiring Tune though. Let's drop Dirk Stab for Inspiring Tune. I said let's drop Dirk Stab for Inspiring Tune. Alright, there we go. And I'm really glad I brought keys. There we go. Finally, something to smile about. Still no quest objectives. Okay. And, at least a little bit of good news. Ah, Hunger. That's actually more helpful than harmful because it allows me to heal Drulin a little bit. And I suppose it's good that only one person is injured right now. Wow, finally unsuccessful scouting. I'm just gonna ignore the books. Books are dangerous. Remember, kids, the important lesson to learn from my channel: reading kills. Okay, there. Let's start with that. Well, it cost us 2 actions, but we're back into formation at least. It would have been nice not to have... We're not back in formation, the Jester is too far back. Right. Let's start by getting Drulin farther away from death. Right. You can't reach the ghoul with Collect Bounty, so just mark the other one for death. We're gonna have to kill that first. Ah, the Corpse Secret has a skull inside of its skull, so that it can skull while it skulls. And Kesney's resolve is tested, and she's selfish.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost.
Right. Collect Bounty. Not too bad. Actually going with Battle Ballad. The stress levels are not the biggest problem right now. Kesney, just heal yourself for now. And let's see how much damage this does. Enough. I should be able to put an end to it next turn. Whoa!
As life
Glad I healed Duquesne, but it
terrible
didn't make a
vistas of
difference.
emptiness reveal themselves.
At least she's not taking damage over time. I'm gonna move you forward. Of course, Collect Bounty manages to do just barely not enough damage. And I'm going with Guard Dog to prevent the Vestal from dying. And it didn't work. Oh wait, that's
The abyss returns
not a damage
even
ability.
the boldest gaze.
You know, Canoviel is really nailing it this mission. Let's see. It's bleeding for 1. Harvest would make it bleed for 3, and it has 7 hit points. I'm gonna gamble that will work.
Prodigious
Ooh,
size
worked
alone
better than I
does
ever
not
expected.
dissuade the sharpened blade.
Mark for death. Okay, we may survive. We may actually survive. We probably won't, but we may. This is why they no longer let me give motivational speeches. I mean, not everybody wants to hear. If we're lucky, some of us will get to live!
Festering fear consumes the mind.
You know, I suppose the worries is the appropriate disease to get from Howl. It's when a monster yelling at you can give you, like, leukemia or something. That's when it starts to get weird. I mean, I've heard the comments like, that post gave me cancer, but I didn't think that someone shouting at you could literally give you cancer.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
And yes, I may have been gone for a while, but I am as incoherent as
so
ever.
clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Drop some of the extra torches. So I'll drop the holy water, and then I'll drop the extra torches. Okay, I think camping has become necessary. Camping has become necessary if we survive long enough to do it. Okay. Harvest and Slice Off will both only hit the Swinotar, and unfortunately Harvest won't hit the Swinotar twice. So Slice Off it is. Ooh, Drums of Doom. Drums of Stress. And somebody's finally virtuous.
Anger is power. Unleash it.
Anger is power. And he's fallen back. That ain't good. Well, I've decided I don't want to let you do that. You're coming back here. We're not. Well, Hound's Rush. That didn't do much. That, by comparison, did a lot. This is not good. And Drums of Debilitation on the diseased, afflicted, stressed Vestal. And now I can hit 2 enemies with Harvest. Let's just stack up the bleeding damage. Can't reach it with Collect Bounty, so let's just keep trying to pull it forward. Wait, the pull chance is equal to his pull resistance. I never had a chance. This is stun resistance. Only 95. This is... the odds of that actually working are too low. I'm just going to heal everyone. I mean... I like being alive, but at this point that looks like it's not on my list of options. It's the old ball and chain.
Dazed. Reeling.
Are you looking for the mute button? Are you looking? You just keep smacking the musician. Are you looking for his off switch? Alright, well, the Swinotar's finally arranged for Collect Bounty. And it's underwhelming, as I expected it to be. Go ahead and think about how it's possible to expect something to be underwhelming.
Set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Okay, at least we're rid of the Swinotar. That's something. It's one problem gone.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Move yourself forward one. Oi, Drums of Doom. Right. Let's target whistle the Reaper. How?
Quickly
How?
the tide turns.
How? Just how? I fear you're lost too. I fear we're all lost. Alright, let's heal him so... And... apparently not. Apparently we can't heal the guy who's at death's door, so we just have to let him die. Alright. Collect Bounty. He managed to dodge target whistle somehow, so I'm just gonna have to hope he survives the inevitable 2 death blow check. 1 death blow check. Because at this point, there's not a whole lot else I can do. Okay. Heal him again. So he's just decided he never wants to be healed. He's just afraid of being alive. I didn't realize being alive was that scary. Well, still not enough. And he's
Another
gone.
life wasted in the pursuit of glory.
I'm calling. You know what? I'm officially classifying that one as a suicide. Let's just kill the
Their
archer.
formation is
I'm
broken.
classifying his death as a
Maintain the
suicide.
offensive.
Let's see if we can stun this guy. We can. Well, looks like everybody else gets to live.
Confidence surges as the enemy
Okay.
crumbles.
Yep, the
This
court's in on that
expedition
one.
at
We're
least
ruling that one a
promises
suicide.
success.
I'm gonna drop the 1 stack of deeds and the emeralds so that I can keep the trinkets. Okay, what is this? Probably something that we can interact with using holy water, but we don't have any. This mission has gone all kinds of wrong. Which, I mean, this is Darkest Dungeon, so really this mission has gone all kinds
A
of
moment
horrible.
of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Sanctuary. Oh, she can't chant on herself. Let's use turn back time. Right. And I'm going to use Every Rose Has Its Thorn too, because I don't want the Vestal to have a heart attack. And let's add Encourage on top of that. I've already lost one person, I don't want to lose anyone else.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Okay, and we found our first quest objective.
Wealth beyond measure.
You know
Awarded
what?
to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
At this point, I'm not even going to argue with that one. Food kind of is wealth beyond measure. Screw it, we are. Unfortunately, now we have fucked beyond measure. Okay. For death. And vomit.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
And if we retreat, the Vestal will probably have a heart attack. Right. Harvest. Okay, we can at least inflict bleeding on the Gorer, which is good because that will get around his protection. Unfortunately, the Butcher or Reaver can inflict bleeding on us. Just keep healing. Hope everything turns out okay. Of course, hope doesn't really carry much weight in this game. Collect bounty.
Decimated.
That worked. And same tactic. That should be the end of both of them. Oh no, it's just the Gorer. Unfortunately, I have to do Drums of Doom again. And despite all the effort I put into keeping the Vestal stress down, the stress
A
is
slow death. Unforeseen.
just keep
Unforgiving.
healing. 167 out of 200. The Vestal is dangerously close to having a heart attack. This is what happens when I forget to check the stress levels. Slice off on the spawn.
Press
Just get rid of
disadvantage.
it.
Give them no quarter.
And collect bounty on Archer. And at least they're all dead now. Get rid of the dog treats.
A trifling victory.
The fortress.
but a victory nonetheless.
Okay. What? Never figured out the sacrificial altar interaction. I know this one is a holy water interaction. We don't have any. Right. And this is probably going to be a room battle with the... I'm honestly surprised we haven't met the Collector yet. That's just the way that this mission is going. Right, disarm a trap. Reduce the stress levels at least a little bit. Oh shit.
Packs full of steel and war, but nary a thought given to the plow.
I'm gonna give Duquesne 1 food so that she survives. Wait, how did we not have enough food to deal with hunger? We had 4 food. One of them must be like a big eater or something. Curio. They're all in this center area. At least there are no enemies. Okay, can't do anything with the occult scrawling, so I'm not going to risk interacting with them. Okay, and more, you know... Curio, quest location, Curio, quest location. So, there is one... We have to make it through one hallway battle, and we can have the objective. Okay. Oh, god damn it. I need to get rid of that quirk. Feeding the Vestal the last of the food so she's less likely to die. Okay. One hallway. We're all gonna die. It's official. We're all gonna die. It was nice knowing you 3. I'll convey my regrets to your families. But if we're gonna die, let's at least go down swinging. Well, that's what I was gonna tell you to do anyway, so I guess I am the light. Where's your god now, Duquesne? Don't answer that. Alright. Just keep going with harvest. Critical harvest.
Executed.
The Marcher has just barely enough hit points to survive one more bleeding turn. Now he doesn't anymore. Almost out of there.
Sedated.
Okay. We just need to kill the Corpse Eater. I think we can do that. Marcher will take care of himself.
Slowly.
Like that.
Gently.
Slice
This is
off.
how a life is taken.
Still not bleeding enough to die instantly. And I get another turn for Divine Comfort in case one of the hallway battles respawns. And there we go.
Champion falls.
You see, guys, I was just kidding when I said that you were all gonna die. I hadn't given up hope. I would never give up on you guys. Oh shit.
No force of will can overcome a failing body. A fortune waiting to be spent.
Anti-venom for the grain. Light some torches. Empty sack. Okay, as long as the Vestal doesn't, like, stub her toe or something, we all get to... Oh, what the... Okay! Apparently, if it's a quest location, the game doesn't tell you whether or not there's a battle in there. Good
Well
to
struck.
know. Let's go with Harvest. The Reaver still has one more turn of life left in him. Okay. Critical healing on the Vestal. Good. Fortunately, we've already mostly gotten rid of the most durable of them, so we can wear them. And the Vestal's rabid. The Vestal is just like a living petri dish. Ooh, that was where it hurts.
Single strike.
2 more of them still have turns left. And Oh, that's bad. Please don't bleed. Bleeding.
And now the true
Bleeding
test.
and at death's door, and he has the
Hold
highest
fast
speed,
or
which means
expire.
his odds of dying are very high. And the Vestal is about... Okay, targeting a different enemy this time at least. And the Vestal is about to have her third heart attack. Unfortunately, they're not targeting her. Unfortunately, none of the services in...
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Yep, and that's our Vestal's third heart attack. Apparently, among... Please be divine. Yes! Once again, the light commands you to do exactly what I want you to do. Unfortunately, among the services offered in the hamlet do not include a cardiologist, because I'd really like to know what is going on with our Vestal. Alright. I didn't throw out the bandages. Harvest. Okay. That's the end of you. Okay, so that's the end of... Only the spawn gets another action. Might actually make it through this. Alright.
Great is the weapon
Go.
that cuts on its own.
And I'm actually going to go with Dazzling Light since no one is taking damage over time. If we could have stunned the spawn, that would have meant their last remaining enemy doesn't get a turn. Instead, we just have to kill it. I'm about to join the Vestal and just jump on the heart attack train.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
And let's drop the last of the bandages. Amazingly, only one person died!
Our supplies are replenished. The soldiers will feast tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately the Vestal needs to lay off the bacon. It's apparently more than her old ticker can take. Actually, I suppose another way of looking at it is with all the stress she's under, her heart must be in amazing shape to survive having 4 heart attacks over the course of about 10 minutes. And everyone is diseased. Well, it's gonna be a little while before those 3 are in any condition to do anything
A modest
again.
offering from those few surrounding farms as yet untouched by the spreading
Okay,
calamity.
let's start by treating the many, many, many diseases. Dukazni has... Let's drop rabies first. Rabies is actually a serious problem for a Vestal because accuracy is really all that matters when your primary abilities are stunning abilities. It's just a rash. Why do you need that knife? And Spasm of the Entrails does almost nothing. I'm treating Druid's stress instead. Alright. Well, we made a good amount of money at least. Let's see what they got here. I'm still... Plus 25% protection for the Antiquarian. I'm buying that. That's actually pretty good. Now let's look into what we can upgrade. Let's see, what isn't maxed out? Let's start with that. It's been a while, so I don't remember. Let's see, Sanitarium is maxed out. The Abbey is not. I believe the Guild is. Yeah, the Guild, I'm fairly certain the Guild and the Blacksmith and the Tavern are maxed out, along with the Sanitarium. The Abbey... Yeah, it's the Abbey and the Nomad Wagon are the things that are not maxed out. Let's go with the Abbey because I get more use out of it than out of the Nomad Wagon. Let's upgrade the Penance Hall. So I need... Okay, so I need 9 crests. And then I also need 16 busts. 18 will do. And I was looking at what it would cost to upgrade the transept, but you know, let's upgrade the transept. And that's all the upgrading that we can do. And while we do have a bumper crop, so stuff is free, I'm pretty sure that if I spend all the gold that I have, what will end up happening after everything is free is that we will end up having to retreat and I'll still be broke. So I'm going to set aside enough gold to fund a new expedition anyway, even though we have a bumper crop. I also need to replace the dead guy. And do we not have an occultist right now? Because it looks like we don't have. Oh, we have a couple actually, but honestly, a veteran occultist seems like our best bet. Let's see, minus 0% virtue chance, because virtue chance is always 0, though curious can be a bit of a problem. Yeah, but the one with curious is still the best overall. Move resistance and scouting chance in the cove are quite nice. So he's the one who's joining our operation.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
And let's see about upgrading somebody's equipment. Actually, everybody's equipment is basically maxed out. I believe his skills are also going to be maxed out because he's an experienced crew. Wait. Is the stagecoach one of the things that isn't maxed out? Oh, Stagecoach Network is the only thing that isn't, and that's not that useful. Let me see. There's one last thing I'm going to spend gold on, and that is I'm going to lock in Vane's Hard Skin. Plus 10% prot for a melee character is extremely useful. I'm taking a bit of a risk, but 3,200 gold is enough to outfit a novice mission if the bumper crop mission goes horribly wrong. Anyway, as usual, this isn't the end for this part, but I am going to quick get us a fresh recording file before I continue. So, I will be back in a moment.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
I have returned, and you guys already know the tragic extent of my failings. Well, let's head on another mission. Let's see, 90% of the way to the Warrens boss. Let's see, I can get Sunshine in the Thicket, but we're only 60% of the way to the Wheeled boss. I'm gonna go on this mission. And I'm actually going to send one of our antiquarians. I'll go with the one that's closer to resolve level 4. Let's put Seguier in there. And then Sigmund can be the Vestal. Oh, she's too high level. We can't bring a Vestal. Well, let's see. You have weird reconstruction. You also have weird reconstruction. Let's drop Hands from the Abyss and Missile Artillery for more ability Hex and Sacrificial Stab. And let's bring Papon as our medic. Bretuli, who can do pretty well in position 2. And now we just need a front runner. Let's see, we don't have a man-at-arms at the right level. So our options are a Hellion or a Leper. We're gonna go with the Leper. And the thought process is we don't have a Vestal, but everyone has at least a decent ability to heal themselves. Yeah, let's go with the Fortunate Armlet. And Yeah, I'm gonna boost his already high damage with that redemption armor. Let's see. Protective Padlock and Padlock of Transference. I like that. Eldritch Killing Incense for our Eldritch expert over here. Let's see. Wilbur's Flag and the Siren's Conch are both pretty good. I'm giving the Prophet's Eye to the person that's in position 4. You know, let's go with the Ethereal Crucifix. Even more damage versus Eldritch. Prophet's Eye goes to the Antiquarian. And the only Antiquarian specific equipment we have is the Bag of Marbles. You know, I'll give her the Hag's Ladle. And Provision. And provisions are free, so let's really properly stock up. May as well bring as many as we can carry of everything, basically. That's the advantage of a bumper crop. There's no reason not to bring as many as will fit in a single stack of everything. Alright, we've basically cleaned the provision guy out. Let's get moving. I really hope I didn't manage to forget something, but I'm pretty sure the only thing that he still had at the end of that was laudanum and 1 medicinal herbs. So we should be okay.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Okay, and our first fight already. Let's see. Gonna focus on the ones in the front. If we can take out all of one kind, the fight will get easier. Now, if Hugh actually, yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on Hugh, since Hugh has the same accuracy as Chop.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
And are they're beasts, not eldritch? Well, sacrificial stab is still one shot.
Impunity.
It's nice that we've gotten to the point where at least the spiders aren't that dangerous. And I believe I said last time, you really should get a stress reduction if you... Oh, I can't use Beast's Vial. You really should get a stress reduction if you finish a mission with no one having or a fight with no one having taken any damage.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
So far, the loot has been going pretty well. And Swinotar. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. Fortunately, we're good for stun-inflicting abilities. Unfortunately, he's good for stun resistance. The advantage, though, of... why did I bring Vulnerability Hex? All it does is reduces dodge and mark, and nobody can exploit mark. Well, Weakening Curse. That'll reduce his damage as well as his protection. Let's see if we can stun him. Well, he resisted the stun. Let's see if he can resist the chop. Unfortunately, because we don't have the ability to mark people, killing this guy is going to take him. I am concentrating on the Swinotar, though, because he hits harder than all the others do. I am probably going to replace Vulnerability Hex with probably Eldritch Pull once the fight, once I get the chance to do so. Also, somewhere on my agenda is remembering how to speak, but it's going to be a little while before I get to that one. Between Sacrificial Stab and Chop, if both hit, we should be able to take out the Enchantress.
press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Right. And I realize this will cause some stress, but I think it's time to take the gloves off. Transform. Unfortunately, I can't use Slam this turn. Actually, I'm going to go with Hue to do some damage to the corpse. Or to completely clear the corpse. Sacrificial stab on the Swinotar, wearing it down. Ow. Oh, that didn't even do that much damage. Which is good, because we don't really have a lot in the way of healing. Though the two people with the best ability to heal themselves are the ones that took the most damage.
Continue the onslaught.
And it's looking like it wasn't even necessary for him to transform, but Slam. And I'm just going to use Solemnity so that he can die to light. And there we go. And the crowd goes wild as the Abomination turns back to his human form. Feed the extra stack of food to the Abomination. Okay, what haven't we tried? A shovel is the only thing we haven't tried. I'm not gonna touch that without knowing what it does. But that was a room battle, so we did need to come this way. Fortunately, we have a nice small map this time, rather than the gigantic grid we had last time. Unfortunately, the scouting is being considerably less
The
generous.
sparkling eyes of you
And
twisted and made
the
merciless.
random encounter table is also being significantly less generous. Well, let's start with Festering Vapors. He's not very resistant to light, and he's going to be taking whatever damage we make him take. And this is a mini-boss. Transform is definitely needed. And of course, Slam would miss. And also, he managed to knock the leper very severely out of position, so it's going to be a little while before he's back. Yeah, it's going to be a while before the leper's back in the fight. Festering Vapors can reach the collector all the way in the back, though. That's nice. Let's see. Slam can only knock the enemy... Can knock the enemy back too. I'm just going to go with Rake. Get the two in the front and gradually increase its own damage. Ooh, head rush. So stress instead of stun what they do. Whoa, that ain't good. That's a lot of not good right there. Right. Weird reconstruction. Of 0. At least it didn't add bleeding in addition to failing to heal. Oh no. Well, it missed. Alright. Let's try that again. We have just had the worst luck with healing today. Alright, Fortifying Vapors. Try and get yourself a little more put back together. Really, I shouldn't have bothered. Alright, and Rake. Gets a little stronger each time he does it. That's a bit of a problem, though. We really do not have a team that's very effective at dealing with this group of enemies. And they are determined to take out the Antiquarian. I guess they figure that the person who loves to go antiquing is actually secretly the key to our operation.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That's the end of that. Okay, weird reconstruction. Let's try to do it right this time. Okay! Okay, making up for... I officially forgive you for all your previous mistakes. Let's use Powered Up Rake. And Festering Vapors. Because, well, we need any of the damage we need any damage we can get. Okay, he went for Show Collection, not Collect Call. That's good. Unfortunately, the Abomination's stress level is getting a bit dangerous. And the Antiquarian's health level is also getting a bit dangerous. Okay. More bandages and more festering vapors. Always festering vapors. The more damage he's taking every turn, the better. Continue with Rake. Continue with Weird Reconstruction. Wow, 2 consecutive good numbers. You must be setting me up for something terrible. And she dodged, too. Okay, and now he finally resorts to collect the ball. See if I can take out one of these with Chop. Nope. But it will go down next turn with Rake. Just keep up the vapors. I realize this is the absolute wrong team for this. And that is not changing my mind. Okay. Get rid of the Highwayman.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
We're gonna need to spend a lot of time using Absolution after this. Front runner messed up. Right. Hugh. And now, just more of the vapors. Just keep giving him the vapor treatment. Give him the Vapo Rub of Death. Okay, okay. That'll do it. May as well just use Solemnity. Because he's gonna die on his next turn.
Is often blind to its own peril.
And the crowd goes wild. I'll drop the Jade for the Trapezohedron. Let's get back to our default formation. And yeah, you're gonna be using Absolution a lot for a little while. How much you want to bet we run into the Collector again before the end of this mission? Okay, so I believe this boosts damage, so let's give it to the Leper. Yep, damage until camp, which since we can't camp, means until the end of the mission. Okay, we finally have some scouting. Oh, we have a lot of scouting. Room battle with treasure, so we have to go this way anyway. Because we have to get through the battle. Alright. You know, we have a lot of medicinal herbs. Nope, they had no effect. So keep lighting. Ah, cultists! Cultists, pigs on the Collector. Not entirely unexpected, but definitely entirely unwelcome. Right. And you're just gonna have to de-stress yourself for a little while. Just take one of those mid-battle vacations. I'm actually gonna use vulnerability hex on the front gladiator as part of the plan. And it worked. Is one of them down? Oh, leave the Abomination alone. He has enough problems. Seriously, leave the Abomination alone. He's not that bad of a guy. Wait, they already have prot of 0, so yeah, vulnerability hex. Marking doesn't do any good, but reducing their dodge to 0 increases the probability that Chop will hit them. And, Cultist Gladiator, you've repeatedly attempted to attack the Abomination after being asked not to, and for that reason I have to chop. Ooh, critical hit too. Why does everyone hate the Abomination so much? I mean, he's not that bad, come on. And Weakening Curse has a small chance to cause damage. And Chop has a small chance to cause damage. Well, technically speaking, weakening curse has a large chance to
As
cause small
victories
damage.
mount,
Chop
so
has a
too
small
will
chance to cause
resistance.
large damage. We're so close to the end. I'm dropping a smaller stack of torches from the fortress. Though we're getting to a point where heirlooms won't even really matter anymore. That's going to be interesting. And another fight. This may be the last fight, though. So it would contain a Swinotar. I'm actually going to have the antiquarian focus on what's her name? What's your stun chance? 110%. So you have a real chance to stun that. Just a small one. Right. He's gonna have his resolve tested. It's a near certainty. And the cultist has decided to make that an absolute certainty. And he's irrational. I'm gonna be honest, if I was a werewolf,
gasping, taken over the edge.
if I was a werewolf, I'd be irrational too. Alright. Alright, we've reduced his protection and his damage. Now let's bring the pig up to the chopping block. Unfortunately, without mark exploitation, it's going to take a little while to take this guy out. I'm going to keep hitting him with weakening curse moves to reduce his damage. It's good because he's about to use Pig Spear. Also keep hitting with manacles because it reduces the chance that he gets to do anything. As long as the abomination doesn't have a heart attack, we're okay. And formally lodging a complaint with the minister. Just keep the vapors going. Probably light up a torch when it's my turn.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
The Red Plague? I've never heard of that before. Alright, Hugh.
Eradicated.
Fog before sun. Yep, Pig Spear. I'm really glad I reduced his attack power twice. Alright. Once again, see if we can stun him. We cannot. Well, the odds were small anyway. It's not Eldritch, but I'm hitting with this in. Okay. I might actually be able to kill him with Chop now. I can! He had 19 hit points, and now he has none. Right.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Let's see, I'm gonna drop Anti-Venom and the Holy Water. Because, yep, I called it. Well, let's open the chest and then let's go home. And may as well drop the torches. And let's get out of here before this manages to go horribly
Some
wrong.
experiments should have never happened. You are doing just
Some?
work ending them.
Some experiments? So, does that imply that some of them should have happened? Some people just cannot be talked out of being stupid, and my ancestor is apparently one of them. At least we got plenty of loot, though. And plenty of experience, too. You know, replacing Plutomania with Tippler is actually good. That didn't happen. You saw nothing.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
You know, the first thing we need to do is treat the leper's disease. Oh, we also need to treat Drulin's disease. The second thing we need to do is get some people into stress treatment before I forget that I need to do that. Use a Tippler, I think. Yep. Well, drink till you're happy again. Let's see, who else needs stress treatment? Duquesne. Just alright, you three just embrace the healing power of booze. Right, who else? Seguier should get some treatment. Let's take her up to the Abbey. And I think that's everybody who needs to be treated for something is being treated for something. And that's going to be the end for this part. So feel free to join me next week, because it will actually be next week this time, when I decide how to spend what little is left of the wondrous bounty that we collected today. In the meantime, thank you all for watching, and I love you all. And it's good to be back.